Meghan truly dare do this, particularly on coronation year? And more importantly, of course, to our brand new king, King Charles III. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. We're outside the very prestigious Royal Academy of Music. Marvellous place, 200 years plus old now. And if you are in London and you're looking for something free to do, thoroughly recommend here because they do have free lunchtime concerts, all sorts of things. In fact, if you check on their website or indeed come in if you're just wandering past, I always love finding these places, as you know, because free is free, isn't it? But also when you get in these buildings, there's 200 years of history, so much to look at, and you look around and think, wow, all the great composers that have gone through here. Incredible to think, isn't it? Back as ever, though, to your breaking royal story of the day. Now, this particular story, some are very confused about. So as ever, we did a little bit of digging for you. Now, the bottom line is this. Meghan Markle has decided, through whichever means, to let it be known to the world's media. Now, this really all centres upon that dire Oprah Winfrey interview in which, now once again, the tune has been changed because, according to a very good source, Meghan actually wrote to Prince Charles, His Majesty the King, basically outlining who exactly said about the skin tone of the unborn baby Archie. Strange to think because Harry said a couple of months ago that they never actually mentioned that sort of thing on the Oprah Winfrey. Make your mind up. Can't decide which version you want to come up with, can you? But the bottom line on a more serious note is this, because as ever, we reach out to the palace and, I have some excellent contacts there and they have no recollection of said letter. Now, in fairness to Meghan Markle, if she did write this letter, and we can't doubt, of course, because there are two sides to every story, well, the bottom line is perhaps she sent it and it didn't get received to the appropriate relevant people. But having been inside the palace, and indeed, Windsor Castle, Kensington Palace, all that sort of stuff, she would know exactly who she would need to send to speak to, courtiers. Prince Harry would know. So it's hard to see how this particular handwritten letter apparently did not reach the king, or indeed the Prince of Wales at the time. What's more important now is that while the palace are refusing to comment on this, as a very good source pointed out to me, they are expecting, with of course that silence that came from not actually receiving any response back from King Charles or indeed the palace itself, whether Meghan would now wish to make this public. And that would be interesting, wouldn't it, in itself, because no doubt it would be dated. And obviously, it's very difficult, isn't it? Because you've got one version saying they did post it and the other saying they didn't receive it. Either way, once again, it adds to the mystery of Meghan Markle and seemingly why she now decided to reveal this particular bit of information. Well, according to a very good source, such negative publicity means, of course, it's very damaging, not just for her, but for the brand of Harry and Meghan. And more importantly, right now, as things are taking a turn for the worst, wouldn't it be nice to correct some of those wrongs, particularly on a coronation year? And of course, moving forward, Meghan always wants to be seen in the best light. So far, though, still no response. As ever, it's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean at the Royal Academy of Music in the very heart of London.